Alright y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thanks again for clicking on this video. If you like stuff like this, click that thumbs up, click that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. All that stuff helps us growing YouTube channels. But today, I'm going to take a look at this groove belt and just let you guys know what I think of it. Now, if you watch my channel before, you'll know I've talked about belts before. I'm a bigger guy. Well, in my defense, I am a bigger guy still, but I'm getting smaller. I was about, I think I hit 258, 259 pounds or something like that. I'm only around 5'8". And I've lost about, close to 20 pounds here in the last month or so, a month and a half of dieting, things like that. So as a big guy, I do wear my pants, how do you say, under my belly, so to speak. Meaning that my pants don't pull up over my belly, they go under my belly. And so as a result, you know, I wear a belt. I discovered a long time ago, even before I was so big as I am now, that a good belt makes a world of difference. Especially if you're a bigger guy and you don't want to show the world your butt crack and all that good stuff. So if you've been on YouTube and you're a tactical type guy, you know, gun videos, stuff like that and everything, without a doubt, I'm sure you have probably seen these ads for these Groove Life belts pop up. And, you know, it's one of those things that, heck, everybody's talking about how awesome they are. And, you know, I watched a few reviews on them and things like that, but I just wanted to put my little 2 cents out there. And I have not unwrapped this belt. My plan is today we're going to do an unwrapping of this, and I want to measure it as well, because this is one I bought at Academy, about $59 at Academy. And at the Academy, they're all the one size fits most. Now, if you go to the Groove website, they have them in sizes small through XX. And normally in my belts, I wear a size 44 or a 42. But, so I'm curious how long this is going to be, and actually if it's going to be long enough. If not, it's going to go back to Academy. But we're going to do an unboxing day. We're going to measure it, and then I'm going to wear this belt for like a week or two to see how it works in daily EDC, work carry, dress carry, you know, stuff like that. And then we'll put that in the video as well. So this video is going to start now, and it's going to end a couple of weeks later. But first, let me show you what I usually wear for a belt. Now, my favorite is a good old-fashioned leather belt, but this one is kind of special. You can see she's got a lot of love on her and everything else, you know. But this is a Hanks belt. And if you guys know, like, EDC belts, let me flip this over here where y'all can see it, or concealed carry belts, I'm sure you've heard of the name Hanks before. They literally have a 100-year warranty, which I think is pretty much considered a lifetime warranty nowadays. I've been wearing this one for a few years now, I guess. And as you can see, you know, it has its share of love marks. You can see where I usually have it on my buckle, depending if my shirt's untucked or tucked in. So, but this is the Extreme, I think is what they call it. It's labeled right there on it. You see they put their sizes on there. I like the standard Hanks buckles because they use the, there's a name for this type of screw, a Chicago screw, if I remember right. And just a plain, you know, plain roller buckle. But this one is like, gosh, I want to say this one is like 17.5 ounce leather. And I should have brought my calipers up here, but let me just show y'all, if I can get this on camera, just how thick this is. Don't know if that's showing up very good for y'all there, but see, this thing is darn near, it's almost a quarter of an inch, but a little bit less. So what would that be? 3/16 probably thick on the leather. I have found a good heavy leather belt like this is just, it's hard to beat, in all honesty. Especially if you're carrying outer waistband, inner waistband. You know, a lot of people will cheapen out on the belt, and the belt's one of the most critical parts, in my opinion, for concealed carry and for EDC. I like to carry a Leatherman in my belt all the time, and I usually have my keys on my belt in one of those little old those little key clip things. Another belt that I've worn for quite a while now, these used to be called instructor belts, and nowadays 511 makes a lot of them, and this one is actually a 511 tactical belt. This is one of the ones that's just the heavy, like the heavy nylon belt, and you can see this one is pretty well worn. Style, what is that, 59409, heavy nylon belt that has a Velcro closure on it. You know, you'll put this through here, feed it back through the tongue, then you can cinch it up like so, and then you just lay down the Velcro, and that's what holds it shut. These are good belts too. I like them because of their almost infinite adjustability. You're not stuck between holes, so to speak. But like everyone else, I've been hearing a lot about these Groove Lifes, and when I look at this little puny, thin nylon, I'm like, man, how can this possibly be as good as one of those? Now they got some fancy smancy buckle on here that comes off like this. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. And then it latches down when you goes on. So let's get this thing out of the package, see if we can figure this out, how to get it out of the package, and we'll take a look at it. Looks like they really basically just tells you how to trim it. But they do say up to a 50-inch waist, one size fits us most. Come to think of it, on the Groove website, and we're going to measure this to be sure, they do say that if you're unsure your size, get the one size fits most, because that's the long one that apparently has a lot of length to it. Now this, let's see if we can figure out how to get this off. Oh yeah, there we go. And to show you all up close how that buckle works, you know, this is aluminum, looks like anodized aluminum. We'll show you all a good close-up of this too, in case you want to read all this fancy writing on here. Webbing, high tenacity, 80% below 20% rubber, buckle, aluminum, Teflon coated, neodymium magnets, stainless steel screws, hand wash only, made in China. One size fits most. And it looks like they have little, well, I can't tell if those are Allens or those are little Torx head screws. And apparently they've got this fed up in there and then permanently affixed to those screws. But these have got a little bit of a stretch. Now here I am right here. They're strong. I mean, but that little bit of stretch is pretty cool. That's supposed to really give you a lot of it. But I'll be honest with you, I am skeptical, because this is just a flimsy, well, I mean, it's stiff, but it's nothing compared to, example, like the, well, even compare it to the 511 belt. I mean, look how much thicker that 511 belt is. Noticeably stiffer. You know, this one's pretty flexible. And then, of course, you know, next to the Hanks, I mean, come on. I mean, this looks like it might be a backpack strap on a old school backpack or something. But so yeah, it does have quite a bit of length on here. And yeah, we had a camera malfunction there. I don't know what happened, but it has this keeper. And supposedly what you do, now one thing I didn't know about these, but you adjust it to the length that you want. They say adjust it and forget it. And that's because once the belt is on your waist, it's not like a cinch belt. There's no way that you can tighten it or loosen it as you need to. And I'm not real crazy about that, mainly because, like I said, I'm a fat guy, and sometimes if I have a big meal, I like to give out an extra hole or adjust it a little bit. But maybe that's what this fancy elastic is for, that it'll stretch out, you know, a little bit on you if you you overindulge yourself. So let's see how we take this strap out of here. And see, they have, it's just doubled through that buckle, and then it comes back all the way down to here. And what this is designed for is so you can trim it to whatever length you want. But we need to adjust it to your size first. And they say on the video that I saw, they just pull it to adjust it. Maybe not. I'm not Hercules, but man, I can't adjust that myself. There we go. I reckon you can push out with it like that. Yeah, just push it back and then pull from the other side until you get adjusted to what you want to do. So let's, now y'all are not gonna be able to see a lot of this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure this total length. Now, this is an approximation, but right here at the fold currently, and to the tongue, we've got, 9 3/4 inches, okay? Y'all remember that, 9 3/4 inches. And then we're gonna measure the whole thing, and we'll add that 9 3/4 to it. So, let me see if I can do this. And approximately 45, well, about 44.5, 45 inches or so right there, about 44.5, so we'll call it. Plus, what was the other one? 9 3/4. Arkansas math, that is 53. And, well, it's actually 54.25 inches. So that's long. That's why I think on the website and here, they tell you how to cut it. And basically, it's pretty easy. You cut it and then you melt the end of it. Now you can see they did a real pretty job here at the factory. And when they give you the recommendations to cut it on the website, they have you just cut it snip, snip. And then they have you do an angle on it. And then they say while it's still soft, you take it, push it down into something hard like a wood workbench or something like that to clean the plastic over. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave you guys. It'll just be a matter of seconds for you due to the magic of video editing, but I'm gonna adjust this to myself and I'm gonna wear this thing for about a week or two and we'll get back with you. We'll let you know, guys, know what I think of it, okay? Stand by. All right, y'all, so I wanted to do basically a shot to kind of show you what the belt looks like on. I've just got a t-shirt on, and again, I'm a pretty big guy, as you can see, but you can see the belt has, really very little sag to it, and like I said earlier, I do wear my pants underneath my belly, so to speak, so this is it. Now, again, it's not a strong leather belt. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's just basically kind of an elastic band, but I'll give you my thoughts on it overall to begin with. But one thing I did notice having it on is that, and again, normally I don't keep my shirt tucked in. I'm just doing this so you can see the belt and not look at my disgusting belly. But one thing I noticed is that it does have very little elasticity when you're looking at it by itself, but once you put it on, you can, you've got quite a bit of stretch on it. So let me go ahead and holster up something and put on here and we'll let you see what that looks like. All right, here we got just a basic G19 in a Blackhawk CQC holster. It is a paddle holster. You can see I don't have the belt threaded through it. It's just a paddle holster going down between my shorts and the belt itself. But you can kind of see how it rides. In my opinion, I don't really outer waistband carry a whole lot, just very on the rare occasion. Honestly, I'm just not quite comfortable with this. It's a little bit flimsy, I guess is the best way I'll describe it. Again, this thing has quite a bit of elasticity. Now, a smaller guy, a skinny guy, in other words, I think they could probably get away with it, and it would be a pretty decent belt because, with elasticity, it does keep things cinched up around you. But with that said, if I'm outer waistband carrying, I think I'm gonna want my Hanks or something along the lines of that. So, with that said, when you're not carrying, or if you have a Leatherman on like I did earlier, honestly, it's a pretty damn decent belt. Now, I like it because my normal belt, like my Hanks or my 511, I'll catch myself hitching up my pants and everything throughout the day. I can't imagine why, but obviously I got a big gut, pushes my pants down. I don't have any ass, so to speak of, and so that just makes matters even worse. And I can say for a big guy, in regard for this type of belt, it's a great idea. The elasticity really helps keep things under control. If I'm pocket carrying or something along the lines of that, which I am right now, but it really helps keep things going. The problem I have with a good leather belt like the Hanks is throughout the course of the day, the belt will stretch, or maybe my gut will get a little bit smaller. I don't know which one it is, to be honest. I think the belt stretching is what it is. I can't imagine why it's stretching. Do y'all have any idea? Anyway, it'll stretch throughout the day. It'll start to get looser, and it'll end up being between hole sizes. So this is one thing, and it's not uncomfortable. I've got it cinched up pretty tight. It's not uncomfortable to wear throughout the course of a day. I can tell you that. Even though it's got my waist under tension, you can kind of see how it's drawn in my shorts and puckering my shorts a little bit. It's not uncomfortable because of the fact that it gives a little bit when you're wearing it. So let me cut back to the desktop and I'll give you my final thoughts on this. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on this. It has a niche. It has a niche and it fills it pretty good. As you saw in my video just now, outer waistband carry with a heavier firearm, in all honesty, to me, it's just not quite enough. I'll be honest with you. Again, maybe if you're a small guy, it might work out pretty good for you. But the niche I do see on this is that it is a good belt for all day wear, comfortable wear, if you're not carrying anything heavy. I carry my Leatherman Free with me most of the time. I wore this at work with my dress pants. I wore it on a weekend working on the Jeep, running around town and stuff like that with shorts, untucked t-shirt. And it's better than a traditional belt in that regard because of the fact that that elasticity really helps keep things in place. For that, I do like it. Now, I've been wearing this for a week, and so I wanted to show you. I've banged it up a little bit already right here doing something. I don't know for sure what I was doing. Some little scratches on it. So longevity-wise, we'll see. Time will tell how well it holds up. Honestly, this little magnetic buckle, I mean, it's cool the way it clicks in place and stuff, but my opinion is it's a little bit gimmicky, to be honest with you. If they did this belt in a cinch format, like the black 511 belt I showed you, where you loop it through and then you can pull it tight, that would allow you to have on-the-fly adjustments with this, and it would make this belt just about perfect, in my opinion. That's the one disadvantage with this, is you have to set your size, and then you put it on, and then once you're wearing it, if you need to loosen or tighten it, it's kind of finicky. You basically have to unlatch it. This is the way I've been doing it at work. And then you feed it one way or the other, like this, or push it the other way for loosening it. You get it's not something that's easily done, in other words. If they had this set up like on a cinching system where you could just snug it down, and then, you know, that would be, I mean, that would make this belt just about perfect. With that said, I don't know of any belts that do have the cinching type strap on it that are made of this material. This is a good choice of material. Now, I showed you it's a little flimsy looking on your belt. You can take it and twist it and stuff like this, but it does the job it's supposed to do. It keeps your pants up, and like I said, maybe for a smaller guy, you can wear a larger firearm comfortably with it. Firearm, did I say that right? Maybe for a smaller guy, you can wear a firearm comfortably with it. A guy like me, though, yeah, I mean, I'll put a Leatherman on it, and maybe my little key loop that I always wear on the other side, but that's going to be the extent of it. But again, it does fill a little niche for me, and I will be keeping this moving forward. So let me know if y'all have any questions. Drop them down in the comments below. Again, don't forget to take the time to click that thumbs up. That really helps me out. And subscribe to my channel if you like reviews like this. Y'all take care.